Now to Decision 2016. It was Super Tuesday in 6 states, with Hillary Clinton making history, clinching the number of delegates she needs in order to become the first ever female Democratic presidential nominee. Meanwhile, Donald Trump still on the defense about comments he made about a federal judge. Joining me to offer more insight about the road to the White House, we appreciate both of you gentlemen joining us. Larry Kabrowski, chair of the Charleston County Republican Party, and Brady Quirk-Garvan. Thank you so much, chair of Charleston County Democratic Party.
Absolutely.
Glad both of you could be with us tonight. Brady, first of all, your response to what has become really a significant moment in U.S. history.
Absolutely. I think, forgetting politics aside for a moment, I think tonight's a historic night in that we're having a female as the nominee of a major political party. I think that's something we can all be proud of as Americans. And as a Democrat, we're excited about it because I think not only is she the right person for the job at this time, but I think she's going to invigorate a lot of women in this election, and that's a great thing for our country.
However, polls show that Hillary Clinton, similar to some other polls, show that both candidates, though, are struggling with popularity, though both of them were able to gain their party's nomination early.
Well, if I could speak to that, I do have a 2-year-old granddaughter. I have 2 daughters, so if we step back, it is a historic night for America that we all can be proud of in that sense. But I would question also, it's a particular woman who has the nomination, and it makes you wonder too if you have the spouse of a former president becoming a nominee, and it makes you wonder. Is that the best we can do? It makes you feel, what that means for our democracy. Are we a banana republic when the best we can do is the spouse of a former president, that power remains in families, not among the people?
Well, and I think someone who was the Secretary of State, served as a U.S. Senator, is eminently more qualified than someone who basically has run his mouth on reality TV for 8 years. He's never held elected office, whereas Hillary Clinton has both served in office, been appointed, negotiated with other countries, whereas Donald Trump, really up until this point, has been, an over-tanned person on TV.
Well, in a friendly sense, I think if you or I had done some of the things that she had done, we'd be in jail. She's in a sense that the rules are for the little people with the emails, but even more than that, think of the consequences of somebody being the president of the United States, who was Secretary of State, who had a private foundation. Whenever there was something with a foreign government, they would give millions of dollars to that foundation, who would employ her family and cronies who were in waiting. If every congressman or woman did that, Brady, we'd have chaos, and that's a way to get around the legal donation rules. And what kind of
Larry,
example?
if you had an opportunity to be in your candidate Donald Trump's ear right now, based on some of the comments that he has made, would you ask him to temper, would you advise him to temper some of the comments he's made, one being the comment about the federal judge who's from Indiana?
Well, thank you for the question, because I do have strong feelings on that. I think he needs to make the transition that those of us who believe that there's really danger in Hillary becoming president and the leader of the free world, he needs to man up and look and say, this is about the choice.
So you would tell Donald Trump to man up?
Well, I would say this is about the choice of who's going to be the next leader of the free world. Nobody cares about the civil lawsuits. He needs to pivot from the private world to what issues to concern us. I feel that he offers the ability to change. He's not going to be tied to the special interests like bought and paid for like Hillary would, but he needs to focus and leave behind whether it's his wines or his country clubs or the lawsuits.
I apologize.
And move beyond that.
I want to continue this discussion, and we will have an opportunity to do that coming up tonight on News 2 at 11 o'clock. Thank you so much both of you always for being here. And of course, we remind you that you can stay connected with us right here on News 2 for all things Decision 2016 on air and online at count2.com and through our social media platforms. Stay with us. We are coming right back. You are watching News 2 at 10 on the CW.